back to my channel. I am Auntie Tay. If you guys do not know who that is me. And if you're new here, make sure that you have clicked that subscribe button if you like what you see in this video, because this is what I do. I make fun things with you guys, sometimes live, sometimes in these fancy videos, but all that aside, I love you guys, and so I would love to have you part of my Tay's Bays family, and make sure that you've clicked subscribe. Okay, so today we are doing the first video that is launching my transitional holidays decor. That's not all of my videos this season, but there's a lot in the theme that you're gonna notice. So today we're making thankful blocks. This is a creative sister, which if you don't know what that means either, my friend Katie has these amazing workshops where we get together and we make fun crafts, and I try to bring you guys along with me, as well as create a fun video to explain how to do the craft so that you guys can join in. And sometimes she sells kits if you want one, but you can check her Facebook page out, which is just The Creative Sister, if you want to learn more about that. So we're making these adorable thankful blocks that on one side they say give thanks, on the other side they say jingle bells, and they're so cute and I just love them, and they're really inexpensive because we just used kind of like fence wood and reclaimed wood and some paint. So let's get going. And don't forget, if you need a Cricut and you don't have one, which we do a lot of Cricut videos here on my channel, there are links in the description that will get you the bestest deals at all times, because I always update my blog. You guys can also check out more pictures of this project on my blog, because we've been updating that as well. So let's get going. Alright, to start for this project, you're going to need pieces of wood. You can use fence boards or little 2x6s or 2x4s, and that's what we used. We just used reclaimed 2x4s for this, and Katie cut them into kind of staggering squares, with the two being the same size in the middle, and then we went and picked our color scheme. So for my color scheme, I used red, blue, and white. And then I laid out my blocks to decide what colors I wanted to use on them. And we're also using chalk paint that Katie creates with the calcium carbonate. And we have a recipe for that on my Millennial Moms video. So I'm going to paint the first one white, and then the third one white. And then the rest are going to be blue and red. And then I'm going to decide if I want the letters to pop through, or if I want to paint, like if I want to paint the entire letter, or if I want to paint the stencil of the letter. So I paired up the colors that I wanted. I wanted white on red, red on blue, and a darker blue on the white. And then we just used the Cricut to cut out jingle bells, and then the other side says give thanks. So you can decide if you want to weed the letters or reverse weed the letters, meaning some of them will be stencils or some of them will be negative stencils. So at Katie's workshop, we do our vinyl a little bit differently. We put the transfer tape onto the entire thing, and then we stick it onto the piece that we are working on, and then we weed it afterwards. This is kind of a cool technique because it's really good for those little details. So you just pull back the transfer tape and leave the entire piece of vinyl on, and then it kind of gives you another little moment to kind of decide if you want to reverse weed this or if you don't. Since I was pulling the letters out, it didn't matter that I ripped a little bit of the E off. So I'm going to pull out all of the letters so that I can paint the B-E-L-L-S, L-L-S, yeah, that's how you spell it, with the colors. And then I'm going to use some stencils that we also created with our Cricut. And I'm just going to use a stippling brush to stipple this on. And these colors are so similar that it's kind of hard to see, but I thought it was kind of cute and it gave it just a little bit of texture underneath the letter. So I did this before I put my letter on, and you want to let every layer dry before you go on to the next layer. So then after I painted all of the letters, I'm going to take off all of my vinyl to reveal my letters, but you'll see that some of my letters were reversed and some of them weren't. So like for this one, for example, I'm doing the actual letter. And then I'm going to put some glitter on this before I pull it off, because I really love glitter for Christmas time, but I like it to be kind of subtle. So I just did glitter on the white letters. And then I decided later if I wanted. So then once that's dry or almost dry, I like to pull it off when it's a little wet so that it doesn't peel.
I just pull off the vinyl and then leave behind the color on the letters. And then my bells I actually did with just raw wood underneath it, and I just painted the letters onto that. And then I took, actually for bells, I did a couple different letters in different colors. I did light blue and dark blue. And then I did red. I was trying to do red stripes, but I decided after that I didn't like that. So just joking. Okay, so then Jingle Bell side is all done. Once it's all dry, you're going to flip it over and do your Give Thanks side. So we're just going to flip over our wood and work on the other side doing the same exact thing. For the Thanksgiving side, I used oranges and some browns colors because I don't know, Thanksgiving can be whatever color you want, purples and fall colors, but I decided to use browns and oranges. So then we're just going to repeat the entire process. But with the Give, I did the reverse stencil. So you can see that I kind of went back and forth with the reverse stencil on this, leaving the letters for some, but I also left the raw wood on these so that the raw wood would stay exposed, if that makes sense. So then I just laid them out and I painted them. I'm using kind of like a pumpkin-y orange and a darker burnt orange, and then just kind of stippling them on with stipple brushes. And then once that's dry, you peel that off completely. And I kind of wanted to do a couple more little details. So I went in and I did polka dots on some of my blocks, and you can really just decide what you want. You can do little stripes, or you can do polka dots on just the letters. You can do however you want to do them. But this is a really inexpensive project and it's really fun. And you can see more stuff that we've done at the Creative Sister.